coming in with this one right here. We got Esko, JJ Esko, X Meez cleanup. We got that cleanup. Especially coming from the cleanup to the Meez to JJ Esko. And then coming from the cleanup to Meez and Esko and the whole JJ Esko. But we got that whole cleanup. Like we got that cleanup, like you cleaning up something, like especially coming through this whole from Breeze, like from Breeze thing, and then everything else, and then you got the whole shadow to it. Like you got this whole shadow to it. So especially coming from this to something with the cleanup and the whole come Breeze shadow, like got the whole thing, but everything else just taking a big spot. But we got with Esco and Miz and Meez and this whole thing just really just coming from the whole thing to the cleanup to the main thing to everything else.
Got the need to clean up. Left me in the panel with a Nina. Started them and got with your got the need to clean up. Left me in the panel with a Nina. Started them and got with your speed up. Mere mundiya de naal I can't see ya. Trap house, 2 phones and a key. I can never say no to a fiend. Tu a dramatic call with some real G's. Look at it, tu cara di now go leave.
Ooh, I like that one. Like, hey, coming from the Fiends, I can never say no to the Fiends. And then it's like a little bit of the exchange. Like you got the exchange, like coming from here to here, with a little bit of that both things, like coming from the Fiend to the most things, everything else, like it just really just. And you got everything else going on here too, like the view and everything else, and everything else is just coming from that major viewpoint.
House, 2 phones and a key. I can never say no to a fiend. Tu a dramatic call with some real G's. Look at it, tu cara di now go leave.
Trying to make millions, I don't play Ben Simmons. Never had a lot, I used to get free school dinners. Trying to get my pockets fat like a V-suit denims. On a fuck up Man City like Kareem Benzema. Growing up, active on the strip, I never had manners. All I really cared about was money in my bank balance. Never changed like Kareem Benzema. Growing up, active on the strip, I never had manners. All I really cared about was money in my bank balance. Never changed like the men.
Ooh, never had the manners, but all he cared about was the banks and all those other things that's coming into the orders. Like you having different zips coming into your orders, and a miss, like you got that money coming in, you got that whole thing coming in, like zero to many and everything else, like it tripling too.
Around cameras, selling I gotta wait, I don't slang grammars. All of a sudden everybody's become an expert. See them, they're running, they hate, I'm running up my net worth. Trying to make hundreds, I always told you get your bread first. Miss all their summers is why I'm grinding till my legs hurt. Do it for the money, I ain't even like this shit. Beef you hell and back, I been all tired and shit. No, I never lack, look at what I'm riding with. Beef you with the same youths I went primary with.
Got the need to clean up. Left me
This shit, beef you hell and back, I been all tired and shit. No, I never lack, look at what I'm riding with. Beef you with the same youths I went primary with.
got the need to clean up. Left me in the panel with a Nina.
And that's deep. You know how he just put that whole words, how he said, the same people he didn't went prime with, and then you got the next person taking off like, hey, we got a little hands off, and then we had to get it cleaned up with it. So you came from there to there, like you had to clean come from there to the whole. Like, you came prime from there, and then had a little dirty here, and then you had to get a little sketchy here.
Got the need to clean up. Left me in the panel with a Nina. Started them and got with your speed up. Mere mundiya de naal I can't see ya. Trap house, 2 phones and a key. I can never say no to a fiend. Tu a dramatic call with some real G's. Look at it, tu cara di now go leave.
Now I gotta leave and I ain't coming back. back. People see you doing good, then they start running back. I got hella whaps, but that shit don't get me money. Be through hell and back, but I get out, keep on running. Looking at the past, was a time all gone. Be through so many things now. I got hella whaps, but that shit don't get me money. Be through hell and back, but I get out, keep on running. Looking at the past, was a time all gone.
Ooh, been through hell and back, but I gotta keep running. Ooh, I gotta keep running. Ooh, coming from the upsides to the whole thing. Like, been through hell and back, gotta keep running, and everything else too. Like that's the main word right there. Like the main pressure, because it's like a lot of people don't see the whole back to the front. Like they don't really see the whole thing that's really going on here. Like they don't see the definition of all type of things that's really spinning. Like you got different things, different natures going around. Like you got different things heading your way, and they probably see the backside of it, the backhand of it.
Gone, be through so many things now, I am all numb. Money driven, never listen right or wrong. But beef never ends, I need to buy more guns. Can't tell me anything I don't know already. Man, I've been through hell and back, now my heart's feeling heavy. They'll talk a good game, but they never been hood. From the posh side of town, but they talking about bunch. I know, I'm rude, I'm a prick. I put food on my strip, they can't do what I did. I've been trapping ever since I had no food in the fridge. Got a tool on my hip, ready to let it rip.
Got the need to clean up. Left me in a bando with a Nina. Started them and got with your speed up. Mere mundiya de naal I can't see.
Ooh, got it, let me speed up. Ooh, got it, let me speed up.
Started them and got with your speed up. Mere mundiya de naal I can't see ya.
And they can't even we speeding up that they can't even like consume it, see us anymore. Like speed up, and then we hitting like ooh.
They make a with your speed up. Mere mundiya de naal I can't see ya. Trap house, 2 phones and a key. I can never say no to a fiend. Tu aja mere call with some real G's. Na kare tu kar di now go and leave.
Ooh, this one hit it. This one hit it. Like it's something about Esko, like JJ Esko. He been really just taking off, especially with Meez too. Like they didn't boast terrorized this, and then Esko, like JJ Esko, like he been coming out with a lot of good music. Like his music is on point. Like he has that flow and that miss to it. Like he does not miss a miss shot. Like he's always on it. Like but yeah, with the miss and coming from the cleanup to the whole thing, like especially from everything else, just really just coming from this one right here, but especially from the whole thing, like I think this one right here was crazy point and view. But make sure you guys definitely tune in with this one right here. Make sure you guys like, comment, just coming from this.